I'm listening. I'm listening. I am listening. Croatia. Croatia. Use it in a sentence. Croatia. Former part of the Soviet Union, which Vladimir Putin invaded. Can you use it in a different sentence? Yes. Croatia was invaded while President Barack Obama had his watch going at the White House. Donald Trump had nothing to do with it. But it's almost like the media wants you to believe that because Donald Trump said, hey, Russia's in Croatia. Okay, they're there. What do you want me to do? You know? I'll send him a candygram and tell Mongo to get out of Croatia. It's all I could do. I mean, Obama let him in. A couple things, you know. I go to a website, and the dark money, it's actually very disappointing. I just brought it up to you. I'm at a website, and they have spent thousands of dollars. And here it is. Been harassed, and there's a picture of David Schaefer. I'm on a website. Is David Schaefer been harassed? File an anonymous report. SchaeferWhistleblower.com. They are begging anybody to just file any kind of harassment report. This is how dirty it is. This is what they want. Republican against Republican. And you think the Democrats are not going to use a Me Too as many as they can? Been harassed. That's what it says. Been harassed? It's disgusting. Have you been harassed? Whistleblower.com by David Schaefer. It's disgusting. Okay, Stormy Daniels got arrested in Ohio. We started with that this morning. It was a setup and politically motivated. There's Stormy's picture. Stormy, obviously this is the lead story on CNN. No, you're not watching CNN. Am I watching CNN? They're doing another damn Stormy Daniels story. Martha, get in here. Stormy Daniels was arrested in Columbus, Ohio strip club during her Make America Horny Again tour for allowing a customer to touch her on stage, according to her attorney, Michael Avenatti. According to Daniels' Instagram account, she was scheduled to perform in Ohio there. Let's see what else we have here on there. We got to make sure we get all the information. We don't want to miss any facts because these will probably be important information. She was arrested for allegedly allowing a customer to touch her while on stage in a non-sexual manner. Are you kidding me? They are devoting law enforcement resources to sting operations for this. There has to be a higher priority set up. Oh, there you go. Got information? Do you have information on David Schaefer? File an anonymous report. How low can you go? I bet you, you don't want to talk about Jeff Duncan endorsing that Democrat over there where you live. Okay, so that being said, Trump also said, Trump dubs himself a stable genius. Consistently, on a daily basis, I'm a stable genius. Get Stormy off the page there, will you? I'm a stable genius, all right? I love that line this morning. Absolutely loved it. Everything went well at NATO, folks. America's back in the lead. The Secretary General of NATO followed Trump for 2 straight days. Mr. Trump, Mr. Trump, Mr. Trump. Trump got along fine with Theresa May. Theresa May and Trump are headed over to their cozy little corner called, Scotland. He's got a place in Scotland, right? But they're headed back over there where the protesters will be out now. I want to ask you if you missed anything at the NATO summit. Tick tock, tick tock. All right, I'll tell you. You missed the camera crews of protesters. Okay? Yes, you missed the camera crew of protesters. Now, do you not think from ABC, NBC, CBS, CNN, do you not think all of the deep state left media would not have loved to show you the posters, not show you the world believes in abortion, so Kavanaugh is bad, or down with Trump, or whatever, or give the children back? I mean, you sure they didn't want to do an international disgrace, Donald Trump, in ripping those children away at the border? But you know, you missed that, because if you pay attention, where are the protests? You don't see them, right? But the Muslim, he's a Muslim, the Muslim mayor of London, that old Muslim over there, mayor, and in conjunction with our deep state media are working on sponsoring. Oh, they got sponsors and everything. They got corporate sponsors. Nothing like a protest with corporate sponsorship, right? Oh, my God. Oh, yeah, they're getting all new sneakers. Anyhow, they got protest over there ready to go. Oh, hell yeah. And don't you think our media is not salivating? Oh, great. Get the cameras going. I hope no one gets stabbed. I don't worry about them getting shot. I get worried about them getting stabbed. So the protesters are set up now, and they're timing everything, and they will unleash their hatred for Trump as soon as the wheels down. They see Air Force One coming down, the protest will start, and our media will make sure that they highlight it to the point to where they hate us. And you'll hear our oldest, strongest ally. Boy, things have changed since Churchill. Look what Donald Trump has done to our foothold in foreign policy around the world. Look at what the destruction has happened. But you didn't see it over in NATO. Everything's fine in NATO. Now, let me tell you a little joke. You know, there was a song that used to come on the radio, and due to the fact that we didn't have earphones and iPods and all that stuff, and 6 of us couldn't listen to 6 different stations as we were driving down the road, there was this time, you know, there's this time in the time capsule where, put up the Trump breakfast over there picture, okay? And there was a time in the time capsule here going back where we were stuck in the car for hours with those moms and dads, and they were the only ones able to fight over the tuner button of the radio. And once they tuned in going down the road, when they zeroed in on a station, and God forbid 9 times out of 10 it was some old country music as a kid, just saying, and you had to listen to it. You had to listen to it, period. So since I just wasted all that time telling you that story, there was a song a guy used to sing, and I remember my dad, and he'd get all the kids, and we'd all sing, "Give me 40 acres, and I'll turn this rig around. It's the only way that I found. Some can turn them on a dime and turn them right downtown. But give me 40 acres, and I'll turn this rig around." Not everybody could turn them around on a dime. And the reason I played that little funny thing there is listen, here's the difference, and it's this simple. You've got John Kelly on the end, okay, lifelong military man, a lot of respect there. You've got Kay Bailey Hutchison, lifelong politician, a career person. You've got Mike Pompeo from Kansas. I love the Pompeo. Love the Pompeo. You got to love the Pompeo. He's the guy you want to go out and get a steak with. Hey, Mike, you want to get a steak? Sure, I'm for Kansas. All right, so you got to love Mike Pompeo. And then you got Mattis, lifelong career politician / military, all the above, right? Now, here's the thing with all of them. All of them. It's like, think of this massive ship. And I don't know, but you tell me, they say turning a ship around. Like, if this ship is going south out in the ocean, a massive aircraft carrier, and it's going south, I mean, I don't know, you start it for Monday for going north by Thursday. I don't know, but you don't just, swing these things up on the side and turn them around. I mean, you got to navigate this thing. It takes all kinds of work, and it takes an enormous amount of time to get this thing turned around. Now, the people that are running the ship, that's all they've ever done. They've done lifelong ship whatever, okay? They are the captain, their first mate, whatever. That's all they've ever done. All they've ever done. One person's in charge of all of the indicators over here, and one person's in charge of this, and one person's in charge of that, and one person's in charge of this research. And there's a full staff, and that's all they've ever done. And that's how they were trained. And you can't get mad at them because that's how they were trained. And then you got this guy that comes in as captain and says, I want this ship to go from south to north. Okay, we'll have you there by Friday of next week. No, I want it to go now, south to north. And what you have is you have all these people, even your best people, even the best ones surrounding the president. It's difficult for them. I mean, I'm serious. It does not matter who they are. It's very difficult for them. Because even the best person surrounding the president has never gone north to south this fast. Has never said, well, it doesn't work. Can you get a committee to research it? That's what they're used to. Sending it to committee for research. Getting nice little binders. Getting everybody in the room. Presenting the report. Somebody getting up and doing a PowerPoint. And then setting up another committee to steer the first committee's findings. And then to implement, a committee to implement. And here all of a sudden you got a guy in the presidency of the United States is in the Oval Office. Says, okay, here's what we got to do. This ain't working, so here's what we're going to do. Okay, sir, I will get a committee on that immediately, and I'll get it over to here, and I'll get 4 PowerPoints ready, and I'll get a staff, and I'll appoint 4 people to that assignment. What the hell? I didn't ask you to appoint 4 people to the assignment. I said it doesn't work. Here's what we're going to do. What I mean is, it's 9 o'clock. Let's start doing it this way by 10. You have to understand, these poor people have never done that before in their life. They're not bad people. I mean, even Pompeo, every one of them, K. Bailey Hutchison, not a one of them have ever. They've heard stories about it. They heard it. It has happened in the past that out there somewhere there are people that actually make decisions and move on them and stand up and not in fear of alienating or upsetting somebody. It's the bottom line, folks. President of the United States looked and said, hey, okay, get me 6 farmers in here. Where are you from? Where are you from? I'm from Iowa. I'm from Kansas. I'm from Montana. Okay, you got me 6 farmers in here. What's your biggest problem? What's your biggest problem? What's your biggest problem? And yours? And yours. Okay, out of 6 farmers, all of you have told me 6 different things, but all of you also have told me the same thing where one area is concerned. Is it correct? Yes. Okay. Hey, come here. You hear this right here? By noon today, I want a letter to the EU and say, I have my farmers in the United States of America that are not happy, and this is unacceptable. But, sir, we probably need to run that down to Congress and run that through some committees, and we'll probably have a subcommittee hearing. And once that subcommittee hearing is done, we'll bring in some of the top agricultural people in the United States. No, damn it, I got 6 guys or ladies that I just pulled off a John Deere tractor wearing cowboy hats in my office, and I'm going with them, not a subcommittee on agriculture. I'm just telling you, they don't know nothing about that. And it's that simple. People can laugh at me if they want. These people are great people. John Kelly, great guy. K. Bailey Hutchison, not a bad person. The Pompeo, you know you want to eat a steak with this guy in Kansas, down at the cattle shipyards, downtown Kansas. Oh my God, what a good steak. Mike, let's go. Mattis, all of them. Even Sarah Huckabee Sanders. I mean, she grew up with Mike Huckabee, and she's down to earth. But see, every one of them are trained. Their manuals do not work this way. It's been written a certain way in government. Government works a certain way, so all of these kids are blank. They're blank. Even these kids that are staffers in the White House, they're blank. I mean, they got all of these kids running around. They got these people running around. They're blank. Even when it gets down to Congress, We've never done that, Mr. President. I didn't ask you if you've ever done it. I'm just saying, you know, I got some people out in Wisconsin that's not very happy right now. Well, we've never done that, Mr. President. I don't care, man. I just went through Illinois and I bumped into a family in a restaurant and they just said that, what? You're going to act on, hey, what did you hear by Brett Kavanaugh? Okay? Never has there been this much research, question, and investigation, whatever, by a president of the United States, inquiry into a pick for Supreme Court as there has been with Kavanaugh. I'm just saying, they don't know. They don't know this guy, and it's not in the manual. And they have been trained to do it by the manual. You don't understand the work that this president of the United States is up against, okay? These people that work around him, surrounded by him, you know, these department heads, secretary of this, secretary of that, all of these agencies, these kids and people have gone through these agencies and they have been trained on a manual of how it works. And this guy don't work that way. And so you can't totally blame them. He is turning an aircraft carrier that would take, if it took an aircraft carrier a week to turn around and go the opposite direction, the equivalency is Trump trying to turn that thing in a day because he don't understand getting up the next day and doing it wrong twice. It just doesn't make sense to him. And it doesn't make sense to Donald Trump not to say what you have to say. I mean, he looks at them, they all like, did he say that out loud? He's thinking, why are we not saying things out loud? Look, you know what? I have called people up, and I respect the same people that reciprocate. And I've told people, you know, hey, as your friend, you know, I'm going to tell you like this because I'm your friend. All right? So Donald Trump's telling our friends like it is, public or not public, so the American people can hear it. Hey, friends, if you want us to protect you from Russia, you better wake up because it's not going to be on the backs of the farmers in America. All right, that being said, I want to know, we got a couple things going on here. I want to know why Rod Rosenstein. Now, if you find it to be a simple, if you find, keep the, do you have Rosenstein's picture? Go with that and then come back for the, stay with the breakfast. Is that the breakfast picture? Okay. So they're writing the disgust on John Kelly's face. If pictures is worth 1,000 words, okay? And John Kelly, let me just say this, okay? We'll take a minute. I want to try to read it if I can. Hold on. It won't say what to say. If I can read this, it's more enjoyable if I get to read this, okay? Now, from the Huffington Post, the John Kelly look. John Kelly was upset with breakfast, not Trump, not Trump, okay, at NATO summit. Chief of Staff was displeased, okay? Chief of Staff was displeased because there was only pastries and cheese for breakfast, okay? At the NATO breakfast meeting on Wednesday, John Kelly, the White House Chief of Staff, was caught on camera apparently grimacing as President Donald Trump lambasted Germany as being captive of Russia. The White House insisted, however, that Kelly hadn't been cheesed off at the president, but rather at actual cheese. Kelly was displeased because he was expecting a full breakfast. Where's the bacon? A full breakfast, and there was only pastries and cheese, White House Press Secretary Huckabee said. I ordered eggs over easy and bacon. Where's my bacon? I had a side of wheat toast. Hey, ma'am, I had a side of wheat toast. I don't know about the little Danish you got going here and cheese. I don't know what you guys do over in NATO, but we're paying our fair share. So I want the bacon. I want the Grand Slam NATO breakfast. So that's supposedly what it was there, the breakfast. So what picture did I want you to put up? Put up the picture of Kavanaugh and Rosenstein. The one of Kavanaugh and Rosenstein. Put that up, all right? Rod Rosenstein here, the Assistant Attorney General of the United States, Rod Rosenstein requests 93 federal prosecutors to help vet Brett Kavanaugh report. Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein has requested that federal prosecutors help vet President Trump's Supreme Court nominee, Brett Kavanaugh. A new report says Rosenstein requested that prosecutors examine Kavanaugh's government documents and asked the 93 United States attorneys to have officials submit federal prosecutors who can make this important project a priority for the next several weeks, the New York Times said. Here's what it is. According to Justice Department spokesman Sarah Flores, the scope of production of executive branch documents we've been asked for in many times as large as recent nominations such as Elena Kagan, Sotomayor, who did not have federal prosecutors help vet them. Okay? Flores did note that federal prosecutors have been tasked with reviewing nomination documents previously. However, it is unprecedented that the Deputy Attorney General would solicit assistance from the United States Attorney's Office. Watch what happens here with the deep state. So this is just, it's 9:49. I can't stay on this. This is just a deep state alert. Watch what happens, okay? It should be of concern. Dems in terrible bind over Kavanaugh nomination. And let's finish the morning going to the Twitter deck. Give me another minute here. I'm so surprised nobody has written articles yet, if they don't see it, on how disgusting Joe Scarborough's play-by-play and Democrat response was to the president's press conference over in NATO. I just want to check here quickly. Let me, as that's spinning around trying to get it ready, let me see. Joe kept calling the president a damn liar. You're a liar, over and over. Let's see. Theresa May is going to see Theresa May. Putin, Vladimir Putin, he will take that down, please. Vladimir Putin, it will go fine. He needs to find out where he plans to put the tanks next. Trust me, the President of the United States will do a good job with Vladimir Putin. NATO spending, the German gas line. Lisa Page didn't show up yesterday. Peter Strzok will be up there today on Capitol Hill. President referred to Vladimir Putin as a competitor in the press conference. He said he's not his friend. He doesn't know him well enough. So yeah, maybe he will be one day, but I don't know him. He's not my friend, and we're not allies or anything. It's just he's a competitor. Okay, leave it at that. How about the new Air Force One? How about that? President Donald Trump supposedly doesn't like Jackie Kennedy's powder blue Air Force One. He wants to repaint, okay? He wants to upgrade the new Air Force One. What do you think about a little red, white, and blue? I mean, what do you think about Trump setting up an Air Force One to where when that plane lands anywhere in the world, they say, here come them damn Americans. That's what I want to be known as. All right, so Trump was late for the meeting with Georgia and Lithuania, and the media went nuts this morning that he was late. He was late for the meeting with Georgia and Lithuania. Ironically, the two countries that have been invaded by Vladimir Putin, who have fear of Russia, that Russia's trying to take over. So Trump says to Vladimir, I'll just be late to their meeting. I mean, they sit and analyze this stuff like the craziest damn people you ever met. So Trump was just late. Here's the thing. They don't catch on to Trump. I mean, Trump was late to probably the meeting with Georgia and Lithuania because, one, he was probably up late watching American Gladiators. I mean, he probably was wanting to see who won. They'd probably say, Mr. President, we can DVR this. No, I want to watch it live. It comes on at 2 a.m. It's my favorite show. I don't know. I'm being silly. But they analyze everything, okay? I don't see any new tweets that are available from right now from the President of the United States. The last one is the press conference 2 hours ago and a couple things about the summit over there. The summit. So let me just say this. I want you to please pay attention to the races here in Georgia. The Atlanta Press Club Loudermilk debates, and I'm going to give you this right now. The Republican debates. Thursday, which is today at 7 p.m. So tonight at 7 p.m. It airs live. And it airs on Georgia Public Broadcasting. Okay? It's Casey Cagle and Brian Kemp, the governor's race, Republican runoff. Now, watch and see. I want you to come back tomorrow and tell me, wow, did you see the questions? Did you hear the questions that were asked so the media can get sound bites for Stacey Abrams in the election? These are liberals, man. All right, Republican Governor Kemp Cagle tonight at 7 o'clock. Secretary of State debate. The tape and live stream is today at 11:15. That's for Secretary of State. And the airtime will be Sunday, July 15th at 3 p.m. And then the school superintendent, which you can look these all up. I don't want to say I don't care. But the lieutenant governor, as we have talked about this morning, between Jeff Duncan and David Schaefer, and that should be lively there. The tape and live stream of it is today at 4:30, Thursday today at 4:30, and the airtime for that one is Sunday, July 15th at 3:30. Okay, so those are the debates coming up. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. All right, now, Amanda, is today Thursday? Okay, do you have the show card for Trash to Treasures? You don't? Could you put that up briefly? I want you to look at this card. Put that up. Can you put it up? Okay, I understand. Folks, you gotta understand me. I just call things. She doesn't know this is going on. I mean, this is an unscripted show. It just is. And she does an outstanding job. She doesn't know what I'm going to do next. So we're going to be launching a new show, not tomorrow. Friday week. Is that what you say? Friday week, not tomorrow. Friday week, called Trash and Treasures. Trash and Treasures. And it's going to be coming to you live from the Union County Farmers Market at 11:30 on Friday. Yeah, you can sit there right at your lunch hour and see what they got going on. So that is coming up. Now, not tomorrow, Friday week. And we're going to have this, and you're going to see this show card. Just if you can't get it, that's okay. All right, I understand. There it is. That's the show card. Start watching for that. I don't have my glasses on, and that is Trash and Treasures, 11:30 Friday for 1 hour, a 1 hour show every Friday, and we will run it all week long. It'll be live on Fridays from the Union County Farmers Market, starting Friday week. Tomorrow is Friday, correct? Just leave that up there. Is tomorrow Friday? Can I get a thumbs up or something? Thank you. I mean, my God, you used to be such a great part of the show. Now it's like, I don't know. Friday, I just, okay, thank you. All right. Okay, I can take that. Anyhow, that means we're going to be at Sycamore Crossing. Now, last week we were concerned about some storms, but we seem clear sailing, and tomorrow we'll be live at Sycamore Crossing. We have a new segment we will be introducing tomorrow. A new segment on the show. You don't want to miss it. I tell you, Friday's show is just so much fun. We have, for you, Ask the Doc with Dr. William Whaley. Then we have the all-star political panel with the three deepest thinkers. What the hell they're thinking about, I don't know, but it's deep. The All-Star Political Panel, the three deep thinkers, join me, and we discuss the week in review. And then after that, it's the Pet of the Week from the Humane Society. You can't miss that. And then there's the Mystery News segment. Yeah, the Mystery News segment. That's right. So I'm your host, BKP. We're going to take us out of here. Stay for instant replay. Oh, you know what? I went up to the football field yesterday. My God, it's hot. And I was watching the Gilmer Bobcats practice for a couple minutes. I enjoyed that. Went up to see Coach Wingard yesterday. Good guy. I'll be back tomorrow.